When do you stop wishing your life away? You know, it's like from the moment you're born, you're constantly just waiting to get that little bit older, a little bit wiser, a little bit cooler. And in the end, all you get is older. I'm still waiting for the wiseness to hit. And although I think I'm pretty cool, I really don't think my son would agree. Even as an adult, I was always just rushing through life thinking, just get to the end of this week and it'll all be okay. Once this month's over, we can finally relax. Not long now until Christmas, some holidays, birthdays. And those times come and go and life just keeps going. It never stopped. I never stopped. You know, my wife, she always said that job would be the death of me. I never quite knew what she meant. That job. You know, they say that if you have a job you love, you will never work a day in your life. Sorry guys, no offence, it's just, I'd worked my whole life for that job. Even as a kid, just staring up at the TV, dreaming. I think you'll all agree with me when I say that this is nothing like it is in the movies. I mean, I was working at a desk up until God knows how long it's been now. Sorry, I know this video thing is supposed to be for updates. I'm not sure me making a cup of tea is the sort of vital information you've been waiting for. Who knows if you're even getting any of this anyway. Certainly feels like I'm speaking to thin air. You wanted updates? Here's one. It's my birthday. As you can see, I've dressed for the occasion. It was a bit of a struggle putting this together with what was in the cupboards. Luckily, there's a farm on the other side of the woods. Had a bit of a dodgy lock, so I was able to introduce myself to the chicken coop last night, after the farmer and his wife went to bed. I was never one for birthdays, really. I didn't like being the centre of attention. It really doesn't seem so bad right now. Oh, my son, though. Oh, my son loved them. God, the parties that he'd have. You know, I remember getting in late one night in the kitchen. It was a bomb site. My son had been pestering my wife to make cupcakes all evening. It wasn't his birthday or anything, he just really wanted to make them. So eventually, she gives in. She goes to the pantry to get some icing sugar. She leaves them unattended for not even 2 minutes. And when she gets back, and well, I'm sure you can imagine the results. Flour just about everywhere. Egg yolks dripping from the counter. I'd come in just as she was mid-clean after she got into bed. And we'd normally eat dinner together when I got home, and I was starving. We spent the next 2 hours deep cleaning that kitchen. By the time we sat down to eat, we were too exhausted to even have a conversation. I lay in bed that night just dreaming of when Hibbs grown up and away at university, we'd finally have some time to ourselves. We'd have done it, we'd have completed parenting. God, what an idiot. I can still smell those half-burnt cupcakes. God, I'd give anything to be cleaning that kitchen with her again right now. happy birthday to me?
Hello. Bloody hell. Has a bomb gone off in here or something?
Well, Alfie thought it'd be a good idea to start building his Lego Millennium Falcon 20 minutes before bedtime.
Oh, bloody hell.
And then he got bored of that and started racing all his toy cars.
Bloody hell.
And then he got bored of that and wanted to see which of all his stuffed animals would win in a fight.
Oh, blood.
Do you plan on coming and giving me a hand anytime soon? Or are you just going to stand in the doorway and keep saying, bloody hell?
All right, I'm sorry.
It was the dragon, by the way, in case you were wondering.
What was?
The one who'd win in a fight against all the other stuffed animals.
Oh, okay.
How was it at work?
Yeah, it was all right. Spoke to Matthew again. Possibility I might be able to get some more hours over the next few months.
Extra hours?
Yeah.
You're already doing over 40 hours a week, as it is.
Well, yeah, but you know, we were talking about going on holiday next summer before Alfie starts at secondary school and everything. Plus, I mean, things have been a bit tight, haven't they? You know that, and cars in the garage, got tiles falling off the roof. Alfie's birthday, of course.
So it's all his fault.
Of course it's not his fault. It's just, look, don't you think it would be nice for us to be able to go away next summer and not have to worry about our bank balance? And I mean, Alfie, he's at that age now, isn't he? He's not going to want to hang around with his boring old parents for much longer. I wouldn't have done, not at his age anyway. I think we should be making the most of this time.
It's not all about holidays, oh Sam. I mean, you've barely been back early enough to say good night to him since September. You know, these moments don't last forever. Sorry.
So have you eaten then?
No, I haven't. I had one of Tesco's finest in the oven when I put Alfie to bed. And then I discovered the scene and well, it's probably stone cold by now. I think it serves two though. If you can stand to wait another 3 minutes, I can go and microwave some life into it.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Okay. I'll go and sort it. If you don't mind finishing up in here.
Nah, no worries.
so quiet out there, you know. I actually find it more unsettling during the day. You expect to hear people out and about just doing about their lives, but apart from the odd hiker and their dogs, it's just no more. Never spoken to anyone. It's too much of a risk anyway. You're the only people I speak to these days, and let's be honest, I'm the one doing most of the heavy lifting in this conversation. I don't even know what I'd say. Sometimes I feel the dogs can tell. You know, they'll come sniffing around the door or barking and whining. I can hear their owners try and hurry them along. They just won't budge. As if they know something's in there that shouldn't be. Or someone. They're probably just looking for something to piss against. This whole thing's like being back in lockdown. People hoarding toilet paper and tins of beans. I was never very good at lockdown. That's the thing, you see, some people just had a knack for it. They would be producing a loaf of sourdough once a week, or catching up with all the movies they'd never seen, or learning, I don't know, Italian or something. I just didn't know what to do with being at home all day, every day. I started inventing jobs to do. Just little things around the house didn't even really need doing. Painted the garden fence. I don't mean I painted it a nice neutral colour to freshen up the wood. I did it multicoloured. Pinks, purples, greens. In fairness, it looked quite nice. Until it rained. And I realised I hadn't put anywhere near enough coats on. I don't know, it's just... I was at home for 4 straight months with them. And what do I have to show for it? A garden fence that looks like one of the fucking thimbles.
Merry Christmas there. What a classic. From Ed Sheeran and of course featuring the wonderful Elton John. May he rest in peace.
As you can see, I've tried to Christmas the place up a bit. Really didn't have much to work with. I think this place used to be an old cricket pavilion. Cricket balls don't really have the same festive aura to them as baubles do. Surprisingly, you guys didn't think to equip this place with any Christmas decorations. Probably not in the budget. Had to rely on my old friend, the farmer, again. He'd put tinsel all round the chicken coop. But I don't know what a chicken would want with tinsel. If anything, it's probably a choking hazard. So I guess me taking it probably saved their lives. Not bad. But apart from the one I brought back, which is now in the oven. Christmas dinner doesn't come from nowhere, you know. Sorry, mate. Oh, speaking of which, dinner's up.
Evening.
Hiya.
Santa's been then. Don't you think it's a bit early?
You know, I just didn't want to leave them all in the boot of the car going back and forth to work every day. Plus, they've got to all be wrapped before we go down to your mother's on Thursday. Have you spoken to her, by the way?
Well,
Is there anything she needed me to get, food-wise?
Yeah,
I've already told her that I'll do the dinner on the Christmas Eve. And, oh, is she all right with Alfie's Christmas list? You can tell her I can order anything for him on her behalf if that makes things easier.
Emma, she's fine. She's absolutely fine.
All right. Well, I just don't want us going home for Christmas to make things any harder for her.
It's okay. I know exactly what you mean, but she's got my sister there looking out for her. And quite honestly, I think she's too busy being the hostess with the mostess. Look, it's good. Everything's okay. Give her something to do. Quite honestly, I think it will help her, if anything.
Oh, okay. Oh, and did you get that thing for Alfie's stocking?
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I got collared by one of the new hires, would you believe? Spent about an hour trying to show him how to log on to Workday. By the time I'd finished, shop had closed. Honestly, what are they teaching them in that 2-week-long induction? I mean, surely they should be able to log on to the management software they're going to need to use for the rest of their career. I'm sorry. I'll pick it up after work tomorrow, okay?
All right. But you're going to have to wrap it, though, because I've got to go straight from work to Alfie's school for the school Christmas show. You will be there on time this time, right? And we don't want a repeat of the Easter play where you walked in just as he was being nailed to the cross and he waved, shouted, "Daddy." They still talk about that at the parents' curry nights.
Look, I'll be there, okay? I promise. Cup of tea?
Yes, please.
Sometimes I wonder why it's me that's here. And I'm hardly the most qualified. It feels like only yesterday that I was doing the coffee order for everyone. Caramel hazelnut, flat white, double shot oat milk latte, Americano with 5 sugars. Oh, and hot chocolate for Alex. I mean, I guess I was always the workaholic of the bunch. Always the last one to leave the office. Only one never in the pub on a Friday night. Only one stupid enough to say yes to something like this. I always just put work in front of my family, and where's... Oh. Happy New Year. Just look at her. That smile. Brighter than a sunflower. You know, if she was here, she would probably zoom in 100 times onto her knee or something and say she looked awful. But she's not. She's not here. So she can't disagree with me on that. I've thought a lot about where I'd go back to. You have a lot of time to think about things like that when you've been here for as long as I have. And I always come back to that moment. Well, actually it would be just before this moment. So I could ask her the question sooner. God knows why it took me so long. I just wish I had a bit more time with her.
Sorry, I didn't hear you get in.
It's all right, don't worry.
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just all these redundancies at work. There's people that have been there half their life, you know, and now the jobs just don't exist anymore.
Well, you'll be all right, surely. I mean, you're pretty high up the food chain.
Not in the grand scheme of things. Look, they've tried giving people extra hours. They've tried bringing in new hires, but to be honest, they're just hell-bent on consolidating the whole thing now. You know those extra hours I got from Matt? They're gone. Disappeared.
Well, that's not such a bad thing. I mean, you know, it's Alfie's final term at primary school. Might be nice to have you home a bit more.
But what about...
And what about you, eh?
Well, what about me?
When was the last time you did something fun, just for you?
You don't have to worry about that. No, I'm fine.
When was it?
I can't.
No. I know it's hard this time of year, with the anniversary coming up and everything. But that's all the more reason why you should take it easy. You know? Do something nice for yourself.
Like what, though?
Well, that telescope of yours has been in the shed, hasn't seen the light of day for donkey's years. Now, they said on the news there was going to be meteor showers tonight. And they're expecting the sky to clear up. You know, you might even catch a few stars if you go up the field.
What about you, though?
I'll be fine. Go on. I was going to call Justine tonight for a bit of a catch-up anyway. So I won't be all on my own. Don't worry.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go and pack a bag then.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
My son, he used to love looking up at the stars. I think it was his obsession with Doctor Who that started it. We got him a telescope for his birthday one year, and he was out in the garden every night just staring up at the sky. I think he secretly wanted to see a little blue box flying around. Wouldn't that be nice? You know, they say that the light from the stars that we see at night takes years to reach us, so when we're looking up at the night sky, we're actually looking directly into the past. I sometimes wonder if we're looking up at the same stars, even with how far apart we are. Maybe. God, that boy's so old now. If it wasn't for him, I think I'd have given up long ago. I just need to know that he's still looking up at the stars. I will get back to him. There's my Sam. My Sam and my Alice. I don't know how, but I will keep trying. I will get back to them.
Catastrophic systems failure. Please amend all faults before embarking on any transdimensional travel.
End of log. Wednesday, the 10th of May, 2063. Signing off.